Hi, I'm Amber Burke, and I will show you a quick warm-up for your feet that will help you get your toes mobilized. It could feel good if your toes have been feeling really tight. It could feel good if you have bunions or if you feel like you're getting bunions. Start with your right ankle crossed over your left thigh. Your left leg could be straight out in front of you, or you could be seated on a chair in this kind of figure 4 position. Then you need your left hand. You're going to weave your left fingers up through your right toes like this. You're interweaving your left fingers through your right toes and trying to get them all the way in there. Try to squiggle your fingers all the way up to their roots, and then give your foot a good squeeze. Give the ball of your foot a squeeze with your left hand. Yeah. This is one version of what's sometimes called the yoga handshake, but you can also go in the other direction. So after you've had enough of this, take your left hand out and weave your right fingers down through your right toes. It's a lot harder for me going in this direction. I don't know why. Try it with a few breaths here. Wiggle your fingers in there. Give your foot a loving squeeze. We're just doing this for a few breaths today, but you are welcome to spend much longer on this self-massage, as long as feels good. Okay, take your right hand out and let's just do one more thing to begin to mobilize your right big toe. Let's use your left hand to steady your right foot. Let's take your right thumb to this outside edge of the right foot, right where the bunion might be forming. Then you take your index finger and your middle finger to the tip of the right big toe and oscillate the right big toe up toward the ceiling. And you can do this a lot of times, really fast. Just notice if you feel any dormant muscles at the sole of your right foot starting to come awake when you do this movement. Right now, we're using our right hand to help us move the right big toe around, but ultimately we do want the right big toe to move a little bit on its own. So maybe for a few breaths here, you could imagine the right foot initiating this action. The right big toe, it's like the right big toe is what's moving your fingers around. You could even try this no-handed for a while and just think about moving your right big toe up toward the ceiling. Mine gets almost nowhere, but this still feels like important work. It still feels like I'm using really underutilized muscles. Let's try this on the second side. We'll lengthen the right leg out in front of us or put the right foot on the floor if we're using a chair. And we'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh. And then start by moving your right fingertips up through the left toes. So you're interweaving your fingers and your toes, and you can absolutely use your spare hand to help you part the toes and really get the fingers in there. Left foot is feeling a lot tighter than my right foot today. And then once you've got the fingers in there, wiggle them around, squeeze your right foot. Okay, this is one version of the yoga handshake. Let's do it the other way. Take your right hand out and weave your left fingers down through your right toes, using right hand to help you part your toes if needed. Spend a few breaths here, kind of pumping the sole of the left foot with your left hand. Feel free to come back to this later. But now let's work on the big toe mobilization. So you can use your left hand to help you stabilize the left foot. Right thumb comes to the outside edge of the ball of the left foot, right where the bunion would be. Then you take your index finger and middle finger to the tip of the left big toe and move that up and down toward the ceiling. A lot of times really fast, kind of a tick-tock sort of movement. Okay, see if you can transfer some of this responsibility to your left big toe. See if you can imagine it is your left big toe leading this movement. Maybe even try this with no hands, just thinking about moving your left big toe up toward the ceiling, and see what sense of awakening you might feel at the sole of your left foot. Okay, I hope that was fun. Hope it felt warming for your feet. Enjoy.